I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah HaKadosh. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching this 100% truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children of the great multitude of the elect. I'm your brother Magun Shalamar. The title of this video is For Every Battle of the Warrior is with Confused Noise. So this video here is showing you that the government has been lying to the American people about the soldiers that has been offed or wounded. They're saying that they're minimum casualties, but you're going to go into see that these casualties is a lot more than minimum. I mean, they a lot of these soldiers over there in Iran has suffered major injuries. So without further ado, this is fair use, not for monetary gain, but for educational purpose only. Fair use.
Sick. This is so sick. The new investigative report shows sick. This is so sick. Sick. This is so sick. The new investigative report shows that Hexith totally downplayed how badly some of our servicemen and women have been injured.
Overwhelming majority, almost 90%, thank God, are returned to duty. Minor injuries returned to duty.
Turns out he's a big fat liar. Sergeant First Class Corey Hicks. He said his wife was told by an Army official that his injuries were minor. Hicks underwent multiple emergency surgeries. He remains at the hospital 4 months after the attack with a severe traumatic brain injury. He is expected to be there for another 6 months, so minor. We have 13 American soldiers that we know of gone because our president was persuaded by Israel to enter a war against a great power on Israel's behalf. The Israelis said from the very beginning, we're not going to send a single IDF soldier there. And then they proceeded to say repeatedly that the Americans need to go in and retrieve the nuclear dust, knowing what the fate of those soldiers likely would be. So when there is ire among Americans directed toward Israel, can you please understand why that ire even exists in the first place? It has everything to do with a country that feels entitled to using our people, our Americans, our soldiers as cannon fodder. That's what it is. It's so sick. This is so sick. The new
You know, the scriptures tell us that the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's exactly what the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai had said he was going to do. He was going to use the small hats to draw America into this war that they can't get out of. And see, this is all a plan. This is leading into the World War III, which we know the MOTB, which is the RFID chip, has to come out first. But everything is on its hill. You know, this economy is falling. The American dollar, the petrodollar is losing its value every day. Prices appears to be going up. That's because the petrodollar has lost its value. You know, it's only going to get worse and worse. And the Illuminati, the elite, the small hats, you know, the international banker families, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Murdochs, DuPonts, Gettys, they are making this happen. They're the ones who are making the petrodollar lose its value so they can bring in that new world order, which is to get everyone chipped. Everyone receive that RFID chip in the right hand on the forehead, which is the brain, you know, in order to become slaves. But the elect is not going to take it. You know, the elect is not going to, the Lord said that the elect is not going to, he going to have mercy on his elect during the hour of temptation. And so the elect is not going to take that chip. But this message out for, you know, to wake up to give word to the hopeful elect, but also give warning to these other nations of what's going to happen, what the Lord has got planned for them. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And that's who was the smith. It was those scientists like Oppenheimer, when he created the nuclear bomb. And with that technology, you have all these ICBM missiles today. You know, these are going to be the exact same things that's going to be the downfall of Esau. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And that waster is going to destroy Esau's kingdom, which is them ICBM missiles. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 9. In verse 5 it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. And that's where I got the title from. And garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because, you know, back in the Civil War and all the wars was fought like with horses, you know, meeting in the middle of the field with swords and shields, and they doing their battle cry, and they battling each other, and you know, there's blood from the swords and whatnot. But this is a different this World War III we're going into is not going to be that type of war. There's going to be a fuel of fire, burning with fuel of fire. What is that fuel of fire? Them ICBM missiles, because them ICBM missiles contain fuel to get them to where they want to be, where the Lord's going to allow them missiles to hit. That fuel is going to carry them there, and when it hit, it's going to be a fire. It's going to be a mushroom cloud. You know, this place is going to be destroyed. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, and it's not going to be rebuilt up. It's going to become a lake of fire, along with Yahweh Shah HaMashiach when he returns with his holy angels inside them chariots. And they're going to be beaming down those laser beams, putting this place to fire as well. There's going to be no escape unless you're part of the elect, the 1/3. Let's go to Isaiah 19, and we're going to go to verse 14. It says, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. And that's the spirit that's on Babylon today. That's that spirit that they can't get out of. That's a confusion. Exactly what this video is showing you is that America's confused of what's going on over there. Are we winning? You know, Trump is saying we're winning, but we getting the news that there's soldiers that's being offed. There's soldiers that has severe injuries over there, when, you know, the government is only reporting small amount or minor injuries. You know, and see this spirit that the Lord put on Egypt, spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great, is so perverse that it caused them to err. They think they can go over there in Iran and just do what they want to do, and then leave and go home and drink tea the next day, and oh, everything is all well. The war is over. No, it's not. It's not over with. You know, because of your own pride, that's going to be your downfall, Esau. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 25. We're going to start at verse 15. It says, for thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And see, this cup is for all the nations, Not only just Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, not only is Israel is going to be destroyed, that land over there with small hats, it's going to be destroyed, but Israel is going to be built back up for the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. And we're going to rule with him in his kingdom when he set his kingdom up. But this going out, this cup that the Lord is about to put out on all these nations is the cup of his fury, his judgment. It says, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. You see? And that's what we're seeing. It's starting to rouse up. All these nations starting to rouse up because we know that Russia is a guard to Israel. Salakia. Russia is a guard to Iran. So how much more Russia is going to sit back and let America destroy Iran? Because just the other day, if not yesterday, Trump just said he threatened Iran, saying that he was going to destroy them off the face of this earth. So we know that the prophecies is right there. We waiting on this devil go ahead and just bring out the MOTB, the RFID chip. Verse 17, it says, then took I the cup at Yahweh's hand and made all the nations to drink, to whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has sent me. And see, these are the prophecies going out, man. The prophets is out there teaching this 100% truth about prophecy is dealing with Great Millstone, because all these other Israelite camps out there, they're not teaching the MOTB, which is the RFID chip. They're saying that they want to be here. They're wishing they could be here for another 100 years, another 1,000 years. They love this place. You know, they turning their head on the prophecies that the men of the Lord has set up through Great Millstone to teach this word, man. And they're leading the Yahweh, his flock astray. But only the 2/3 is going to be caught up in that. Only the 2/3 is not going to come back or listen or get this truth. You know, they're going to get this judgment. And this is the judgment that we're reading. This judgment is coming. This judgment is coming on this earth, man, from nobody but Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at his hands. World War III is not going to be put on a table and discussed and come up with a deal to not go into World War III. That's not going to happen. World War III is going to happen. It's prophesied. It's happening. You know. So with that, I pray you edify, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadash. Again, double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Shalom.